Mosler MT900. The Mosler MT900 is a sports car that was built in the United States and the United Kingdom by Mosler Automotive. 3 submodels were produced. The MT900R was a racing version of the MT900. The basic car was updated as the MT900S for 2005, with the MT900S Photon being an optional performance package. The original MT900 was introduced in 2001 and the MT900S finished production in May 2011. Components for 25 mounts were produced as of January 2005, though only about 35 road cars and 50 racing versions have officially been completed, c.20 of which are MT900S. The MT900 was the replacement for the Mosler Raptor. The MT900 was designed by Rod Trek, who previously worked on the Corvette C5. The initials were for Mosler, Trek, and the car's 900 kg, 1,984 pounds, target weight. The MT900 used a carbon fiber chassis with a LS1 V8 engine mounted amidships, powering the rear wheels. Power output is 350 horsepower, 260 kilowatts, with 350 pounds-feet, 470 Nm, torque. A ZF transaxle, designed for Porsche, was mounted upside down to allow the engine to sit in front of the rear axle. The original MT900 weighed 1,175 kilograms, 2,590 pounds, much more than the target weight, but could still accelerate to 60 miles per hour, 97 kilometers per hour, in 3.5 seconds according to Car and Driver. The MT900 they tested could also do a 12.0 second quarter mile at 118 miles per hour, 190 kilometers per hour, and they recorded a top speed of 150 miles per hour, 240 kilometers per hour, limited by the red line. The MT900 pulled 1.02 grams on the skid pad. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, estimated 19 miles per gallon US, 12 liters/100 kilometers, 23 miles per gallon EMP, and 28 miles per gallon US, 8.4 liters/100 kilometers, 34 miles per gallon EMP, in city and highway driving, respectively. The car had a somewhat plain exterior designed for aerodynamics, with a low 0.25 coefficient of drag. List price was $164,000. Sales were certainly slow, and only a single prototype was produced. Introduced at the same time as the basic MT900 was the race-ready MT900R. It was designed for use in various international motorsports series for an estimated price of $119,000. The MT900R made its competition debut at the 2001 24 Hours of Daytona, and would be campaigned by a factory Mosler team for the full season of the Grand American Road Racing Championship. The entry finished the year 9th in their class championship. For 2002, the French Perspective Racing team would become the full season entry in Grand American and saw an improvement in performance. At Daytona, the MT900R finished 13th overall and 5th in their class before winning at the next round at Homestead Miami Speedway, helping the team to 3rd in the championship. Roll Center Racing and Balfe Motorsport, with aid from Roll Center, would bring the Moslers to Europe in 2003, starting the British GT Championship year strong with 3 straight 1-2 finishes, before finishing the year with 4 more victories. The Roll Center squad edged out Balfe for the championship that year. In Grand American, the Moslers were moved to the faster GTS class, but Perspective Racing improved on the previous year's Daytona effort with a 9th place finish and the class victory. Mosler Automotive would take 1 more victory that season. Martin Short's Roll Center Racing team also took their MT900R to a 2nd place finish in the inaugural Bathurst 24-hour in 2002 at the famous Mount Panorama Circuit in Bathurst, Australia. Roll Center backed this up in the 2003 race with a 5th place finish. The MT900R proved very quick on the circuit's mountain and Conrad straights, both over 1 kilometer in length, with short finding he was able to match the speed of the Holden Monaro 427Cs, which used an Australian-developed version of the larger 7.0 liters, 427 Qi, V8 engine used in the Chevrolet Corvette C5Rs at Le Mans, as well as the 6.0 liters V12-powered Lamborghini Diablo GTR. Rolsender and Balfe would continue in the British GT Championship in 2004, although Balfe would also enter the Spanish GT Championship. The Moslers would struggle in British GT and score no wins, but Balfe was able to earn 2 victories in Spanish GT, winning the Drivers' Championship by a mere point. 2005 would see Balfe entering the FIA GT Championship, although the car was not homologated and could not fight for points. Rolsender would go on to win the Britcar 24 Hours at Silverstone. Scuderia Bengala and Scuderia Motor Terrassa would compete in Spanish GT, while Eclipse Motorsport and Cadena GTC took over British GT competition.